I bet you ain't know Manscaped had smell goods, cologne, fragrances. Use code Brunson, save 20% off, man. Come on, they got everything for you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You heard it, man. Tap in, Big Manscaped. Use code Brunson, save 20% off. Get the free shipping, and the free shipping I fall for that for y'all. Listen, man, let's jump into the meat and potatoes. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, man, Nelson Aguilar. I mean, see. When you think of Jalen Reagor, sometimes you just cannot get away from thinking about just how bad he's been. You got to equate him to everybody else that you think is bad. Nelson Aguilar is 5, 6, 7, 12 steps ahead of Jalen Reagor. People are actually calling about Jalen Reagor. This was happening yesterday. We really ain't talk about it yesterday. I had the interview drop with Charles Wiley. So in the future, when interviews drop, they'll probably be the only video that drop today. You know, I want to highlight the athlete and stuff like that. So I didn't talk about Nelson. I didn't talk about Jalen Reagor today, but we're going to talk about him today. I mean, he has nobody to blame but himself if this is the path that the team is going, getting rid of a first-round talent during his rookie contract. Teams are calling, man. If I'm Holly Roseman, I'm definitely answering. It looks like he could be moved around draft time. That's my, I expect him to be moved around draft time because, listen, man, first of all, he averaged 17 yards a game last year, man. He need to change his scenery, man. If you care about the kid and you want his career to be different, send him somewhere else because it's hard to fight an uphill battle, you know what I'm saying, when your game ain't going well and the fans are against you. Because every little thing you do, like, listen, Devontae Smith could drop a couple passes in one game. We're going to say that's a bad game from Smitty. Damn, he need to tighten up. If Jalen Reagor dropped a couple passes, his DMs are going to be flooded. Philly fans are going to be in his DMs saying nasty things about him, his family. That's just how it go in Philly, man. Sad, but it's the truth. And you got to be mentally ready for that type of stuff, man. And I just don't think that the mental fit is here for Jalen Reagor. I don't think it's here for him. You know what I'm saying? Sad to say, he might go somewhere and excel and exceed expectations somewhere else. I just don't think it's happening here. You know what I mean? Why can't he get on track here? You can use the excuse if you want to say, oh, it's because of the quarterback that he has. But Jalen Hurts is better than every quarterback he's played with in his entire life, including college, including Carson Wentz, I think. Honestly, I mean, he couldn't excel with Carson, couldn't excel with Jalen. I mean, there's no more excuses, man. You know what I mean? So with that being said, the Philadelphia Eagles are having visits with Jameson Williams. You know what I mean? It's going down in that area. You know what I mean? And they should. They should be looking at him. You know what I mean? Yeah, he got injured, but this, the advancement that sports medicine has made recently over the last couple of years, an ACL injury ain't even really that bad. It's not, especially if you like a guy who's already physically fit, you in great shape. An ACL injury is not the end of the world for a lot of these athletes who depend on their legs to run. So looking at, Jameson Williams, I think is a great idea. Now, what would a Jameson Williams draft look like? I haven't talked much about Jameson Williams because I didn't really think you needed a wide receiver, that high in this year's draft. But when you think about it, we really don't have any weapons. And I really feel like that Howie Roseman in the front office, they got a great taste of what it feels like to have an elite wide receiver last year in Smitty. I think they're trying to keep it in-house. Go get a guy from Alabama. Jameson Williams will fit the bill. He's big enough. He's fast enough. His routes are good enough. The hands are there. He can do everything from a wide receiver standpoint. You know what I mean? The speed is very, 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 it goes unnoticed sometimes until you watch the highlights. And you see him catching touchdown passes with guys 6-7 yards behind him because he burnt them so bad. I think it's a stellar. I think that's the guy we should be looking at. That don't take you out of contention of having a great defensive draft. It just means that you're acknowledging that you don't have weapons. It's a great move because if Jalen Hurts isn't the guy, we're always going to talk about that because that's the reason why we traded and kept a first-round pick for next year, obviously. If Jalen Hurts isn't the guy, the Philadelphia Eagles absolutely have the opportunity to have a crazy team built and then go shop for a quarterback later. Having Smitty and Jameson Williams on a rookie deal is immaculate. It's a dream for, a veteran wide receiver, a veteran quarterback who thinks he can get this team over the hump. It's a dream for it, man. So this is what I think a draft looks like if you're looking at a Jameson Williams guy. So in the first round, I went and grabbed Jameson Williams. I mean, with so much defensive talent left in the draft, I think Jameson Williams was just the obvious pick right there. You can get you a wide receiver, you know what I mean, and you can still have a lot of options at 18 for defensive players that you are looking at. Now, Devontae Wyatt at 18, Logical. You understand that. 51, Nick Bonito, however you say it. A lot of people really don't talk about Nick Bonito as much, but I'm going to leave y'all with this, man. Day one, he's ready to rush. He's ready to rush. If he can't do anything, he's ready to get after the quarterback. Day one, he don't have to learn that skill set. He's good. He is good at rushing the passer. That already he'll be able to do at the next level. So that's what we need from our edge rusher to be good at immediately. So I'm cool with that right there. Safety, man, Kirby Joseph, man. You need a safety. You know what I mean? I'm not sure what's going on with the Honey Badger situation. I don't know if that changes draft day, if you still need a safety this high in the draft. But I like it right there. I like it right now for how we are right now. Linebacker, JoJo Damon. JoJo Damon to me is more than a linebacker. He played a lot of situations that a slot corner would play, so the versatility speaks for itself, and he has that sideline to sideline speed that you need out of a linebacker or a slot corner anyway. Then we go get a true cornerback, Cordell Flott, LSU. I think he's 6'1". Pretty, a bigger cornerback. I like it. Let's do it. We take the tackle, Zach Tom from Wake Forest. This was basically my steal of the draft right here. Now, I don't know why they got him as a tackle. He's really like an interior guy, more of a guard. You know what I mean? And I think that's what we might need to replace, Brooks. This was my bona fide steal of the draft. Probably the highest grade I got. But then you get another linebacker, Micah McFadden. Linebacker speaks for itself. Derek Dees Jr. Listen, I don't know why the algorithm of the mock draft from PFF didn't like this one as much. It gave it a D+. But I think you need a tight end. And your second to last pick in the draft really don't seem like a bad spot to go grab you a tight end. So I don't know why they stunning on me like that. And Derek Dees Jr. is a solid tight end coming in out of this year's draft. Then I went and got a punter, man. I mean, I don't really like our punter too much that we got. I mean, I don't think he really does a bad job. But it is what it is. Overall, this was a B+ draft. But this is something similar something that I would be comfortable with if we were to fit Jameson Williams into these first two picks. You know what I mean? It's only logic, man. It's only logic that you got to still go defense. But this draft, this mock that I did just proves that you can still get valuable assets on both sides of the ball. So this draft entails 1, 2, 3, 4 offensive guys and the rest defense. You still got you an interior defensive lineman who can play the outside as well. You got you Nick Bonito, who's a bona fide outside guy. You got a safety. You got a linebacker. You got a corner. You got another linebacker. And I think this is a solid draft, and it plugs in a lot of holes that the Philadelphia Eagles have, man. So, you know what I mean? Still got a lot to talk about, man. The Jalen Reagor thing to me is probably the biggest story in terms of, what are the Philadelphia Eagles going to do? Because the Philadelphia Eagles don't have a lengthy history of just cutting bait with guys that they spend that type of capital on. You know what I mean? That would be a real power move by Howie Roseman if he was to cut bait right now. You know what I mean? If you're cutting bait right now, you really don't waste no money. You don't waste anything. If you do it via trade, you'll be paying somebody much better than him the salary that he's getting right now. You know what I mean? To be on a rookie deal at the wide receiver position. So the Philadelphia Eagles got a lot to worry about. They got a lot to consider, as always, as how every offseason is. I'm not looking for no steals in this draft, man. I'm not looking to gain no steals. You see how big of a splash Devontae Smith was? Listen, man, Jameson Williams will be that big of a splash because everybody will be talking about the young, dynamic wide receiver core from Alabama of Devontae Smith and Jameson Williams, man. So let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Do y'all welcome Jameson Williams? I mean, are you welcoming seeing Jalen Reagor somewhere else? And, let's talk about it, man. It's heating up, man. Tonight, I'm going to be Goat Talk is going down, Philly Mike channel. I got something brewing on the 21st. The NFC Super Friends on Louis T channel, that's brewing too. We in the works. That's coming on the 21st of April as well. So I'm going to keep y'all posted, man. And shout out to everybody that streamed Money Block. I got the other singles. They brewing, they cooking. Crazy, crazy feature, man. I'm going to announce the feature that I got for one of the songs on the album, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna announce both features, actually. You know what I mean? After I get this other verse back, man, it's going to be crazy, man. I'm going to do it on IG. Listen, man, the album is coming together beautifully, and I couldn't thank y'all, man, for all your continued support, man. Stream Money Block, go in the gym, throw it in there, man. I only made it 2 minutes and some change because it's direct and to the point, just like y'all.